Hey everybody, today's May 18th, 2025. Welcome to TTT Urban Homestead. Just an update on the projects we got going on. So I've been working on this area along my fence line. Last year, if you go back and watch any of the videos, you see that I had pretty much all flowers. And I tried to do a theme of red, white, and blue, and I did pretty good at it. This year, I did not start the flowers and things like that, so I decided to put in mainly food stuff. So, just to go through what I got, in the back, you'll see I got corn in the back. On that back row, I got a few of those. And then I got sunflowers the rest of the way down. Alright, I have a kind of a second row on that, which is not completed all the way. But I'm putting in some climbing vegetables like cucumbers, melons. There's a couple melons like Tigger melon and Chambay melon that actually grow exactly like cucumbers. So that will be on that second row, which is right real close to the first one. But I'm hoping that this back row with the sunflowers and the corn will provide a little bit of evening shade to some of these plants that I'm putting in, because this is the only area of my yard that gets full sun almost all day long. Okay, so the third row basically, I've got amaranth, green, and red. And I've incorporated my marigolds. Marigolds are supposed to be a really good deterrent or attractant for bugs, that they will come to that instead of the plants, which is great. And then I've got okra all the way down to here, and then I've got another marigold there and there. Alright, the third or fourth row, these are eggplant, marigold, eggplant, and then eggplant up to the peppers here. Different varieties of peppers, mainly 3: jalapeno, green pepper, and banana pepper. Alright, so that was the 4th row. 5th row, I've got a set of green beans on the first 8 foot, and then I switch it over to peppers again, all the way down this row here. Probably too close, but these are growing in the ground, and I'm going to see how that goes, because I don't remember the last time. It was years and years and years ago. I grew in my backyard in the ground, and I don't remember being as successful. But I've really got a really thick pile of wood chips from last year. These are last year, so they've been sitting for a year, and I threw these. They were up in a pile, and I threw them on this bed a couple months ago, and I dig down, and I actually, when I was planting plants, I'm actually seeing worms in here, so that's a good thing. I like to see worms working underneath that layer. And when you have worms, you have worm castings all through the soil. So the front row is going to be all marigolds and nasturtium. Never grown that before. I got one in the back. I'll show you. It's really got a really neat flower. Nasturtium. Okay, marigolds, nasturtium, marigolds. Still got some pansies going. Not too hot for them yet, but it will be. Alright, so I have started another, what I call raised bag system. This is a really clean look because it's nothing planted. 2 bricks, 2 landscape timbers, and then if you join them together, you don't have to buy as many bricks, so you have twice the length. It's about 16 foot long, And then you can put about, these are 7-gallon bags, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe six, and then you can use the bricks, you know, put stuff on. I got some chamomile plants growing. They'll produce a little flower, and you can harvest the flower, dry them out, make tea out of it. Alright, here's my strawberry patch. One of them's in a raised bed, and the others are bags. Did real good this year. Still producing. I see flowers, so if you see flowers, you're going to get strawberries. Okay, my 4 o'clock high last year, these came out, seemed like a little earlier, but these grow on their own. It's a tubular, underneath the ground plant system. Alright, and I got some okra. Here's the okra bed that we had last year. And so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, and I put one in the middle here. I'm going to leave this dill because I want to have some dill, and the ones I tried to grow in the bag, they just grew too fast and fell over, and they weren't doing well. So I'm letting these volunteer dills grow to an extent. I am snipping off where they're kind of shading things. The spinach that was in here is now going to seed, so we're going to wait on that too. I need some seeds for my spinach maybe this fall. I'll probably do some spinach this fall. Alright, this is a bed that we use for eggplant, and collard greens are still holding out, not bolting, so Carla's getting a few more harvest off of those. Eggplants are starting to feel the heat. Once they feel the heat a little more, they pop out a lot better. Alright, so mint is a mess back here, and the oregano and sage, everything seems to be really doing well in the herb bed. I don't water this at all, pretty much. Rain takes care of it. I don't have any type of drip system in there. Let me turn off this hose. That's Mamba, the cat. Mamba doesn't like any other cats. She's just all on her own. She likes us and everything, but she doesn't like any other cats. Okay, the wildflower mystery box. I actually saw something I recognized, which was this, and that's basil. So I did not plant basil in here. It must have come from my recycled bags of soil. I had basil plants in bags, and of course the seeds fall and then they get mixed in with the other stuff, which is fine. I'll go around and pop basils out of places they're not supposed to be and replant them in something else. Bachelor button's looking really good here. Alright, I'm going to head to the back. I'm just going to walk through. No, we'll be in the back in a minute. Alright, in the back, still a mess. I've been working on my irrigations, but it's really hard to get this knocked out. I'm going on a trip, and I want my irrigation to be working before I go. So I cleared out the radishes that were here. They were bolting, but I went ahead and got them out. In fact, here they are right here. So I got them out, and I'm going to put 2 or 3 peppers in here. Onions over here doing well. There's the nasturtium that has a flower. It's a really pretty flower. Okay, cucumber is doing well. Still got the greens here. These are the ones that I seeded, doing real well. And then these are 3 that I transplanted. And I put this 2 posts in the ground and the netting for the cucumbers. And I did put a marigold right in the middle. Alright, so I did another raised bag set up for the lettuce. I'm not sure I showed this last time. And some carrots. But all lettuces looking real good. and irrigation is in, ready to go. And this is a 1/2 inch tubing, all Rainbird stuff, and then the dripper is right there. I do have some different ones this year, which I'm going to show you. In fact, in the green bean bed here, I do have the new stuff that, now this might not be new, but I just found it. It's Rainbird 1/2 inch tubing with a drip emitter already built in, and then you got ones that are 6 inches apart and 12 inches apart. So that just saves a lot of time. All I have to have is this one feeder tube, and then the smaller 1/2 inches can just run down the row. And every 6 inches there's a drip, or every 12 inches. The ones I have up front is 12 inches. Since I spread those plants out at least a foot. This is Callie. Every time I come back, she's going to come back and wants to be petted. All right, Callie, come on. All right, tomato trellising looking very, very good. Got the irrigation in. Oh, let's go back. I saw a bunch of tomatoes. Oh, there we are. So tomatoes really popping out all over the place. You just see all the tomatoes. Loving it. Different varieties. Like I said, beefsteak, Russian purple, tomatoes, Creole, and a beefsteak. So, but we like them all, so we'll take them. So that's the trellising, the way it looks. It goes up the little twine. You just clip it on there. And I keep these, I do have to come through and about every foot and a half I'm going to clip. So this one needs to be clipped onto the line. Other ones just already reaching the top. Probably have to top that one off. I don't need it growing over. I'll grow more plants if I have to. Just have another season basically. Once these are maybe too tall. Alright, Roma tomatoes. I did see some Romas popping out there, but Romas are determinate and they're bush tomatoes basically, so I don't need to trellis them up or anything. And also all of the irrigation is in for that. Alright, we've got another set of the trellising going on here. Try to move this. Lots of tomato. I think that's definitely most likely beefsteak because of the way they're bunching like that. That's the ones we're used to. So this is the trellising. I kind of just threw this together. Next year I'm gonna make some rails and put it across the top because that line I don't know how strong it's gonna hold out. Alright, potato bags. We got red potatoes and yellow gold potatoes. I've got 1, 2, 3, about 6 bags, just 3 and 3. These potatoes are growing very well. And I'm not seeing a bug problem yet, but usually, I know the bug problems usually starts in June, so we'll see what happens. Sweet potatoes, I've already put the slips in, a couple slips in a 10-gallon bag. Got my irrigation set up. Alright, let's go in the greenhouse real quick. I'll get all the irrigation in here set up also. And we got our melons. There is the biggest one so far. It's a chamois melon. That's about probably half the size. So another half, it'll be ready to pick. And I see more babies. I've seen more babies in here. So I'm hoping to get a nice little crop before any type of bugs and disease like to take out cucumbers and melons and stuff like that. So still got cucumbers coming in. This is what they call powdery mildew. I try to treat it with peroxide or milk, a solution of water and milk, it helps a little, but this plant will eventually, I need to probably get it out because the rest of them are not affected. Alright, so the peppers are doing very well in here. They like the heat. I even see little peppers coming out. Probably that's most likely banana, maybe, or jalapeno. Definitely not a bell pepper. So, all right. So I'm seeing flowers and little peppers popping out. So that's good. And okay, I'm just gonna go right out the back. My lemon balm doing good. I need to hook it up to the water. So, alright, I just dropped a line off of this main feed right here. See, this main feed, I actually have a main feed, and then I'll run a 1/4 inch tube, as you can see on the ground right there. It's going out to a line here, which is right there, but it's hooked up over here somewhere. That line taps into this, which creates the pressure. There it is. Basically, it's all a pressurized system, so even if it's a 1/4 inch tube feeding into a 1/2 inch tube, it's going to fill the pressure up and then start the drip. So onions, looking good. Garlic here. Oh, the beets. Wow. I mean, I've never grown beets. Never grown beets. And I actually saw, there it is, an actual beet down here. I don't know. I gotta talk to my mom when to pick these things, but I guess just let them grow. But I see a little underneath there forming, so that's good. And I know beets don't take that long to be able to harvest, you know. There's another one back there. There it is. Yeah, looking good. Strawberries. Still getting strawberries off of my bags. Not a lot, but oh, this is a Cracker Jack marigold. I really like that one. Different color than most marigolds, so I like that one. I'm trying to get the seeds in. Looks like a zinnia, red zinnia is in there too. It's mixed. It came in with the soil. When I transplant, it's fine. I'm just gonna leave it. I like it. Another marigold here, and this is a herb plant. I forget the name, but I'll put it in the video. Alright, so the beets, or the radishes, going to seed, and I showed this last video. So continue on. This is the celery containers. It seems like the celery is doing very well in these. This may be 3 gallons of soil. So, alright, well, I appreciate everybody watching. Just doing a quick video. One more thing. Okay, here's the 3rd or 4th iteration of the lettuce. So I'm going to, and they're not bolting, so that's good. So the other iteration, like I showed you before, is down there. It's full grown, ready to pick. So I'll probably take some with me on the trip. Some of the bigger ones, maybe a couple bigger ones and small ones. Alright, so appreciate everybody. Soil. Oh, I got my soil bag from Cummings Landscape, and I mixed this in with everything. This is like a really good soil for just vegetables and stuff. You know, this is the premium stuff that they mix up. A lot cheaper than me buying it in those bags from Home Depot, but I do like that stuff. But this, in the long run, this is a cheaper way to go. If you can actually get it delivered to you, and they'll put it where you want it. But I can't get them to get it all the way up here because they can't get the tractor up here. So And then the wood chips in the back. We had the wood chips first, and then we got the soil. But hit the like, subscribe, and share. Make a comment. Appreciate it. I'm gonna miss next week because I might just do the video where I'm gonna be, and there's a garden there too, so maybe that would be neat. Hope everybody would enjoy it. All right, we'll talk to you soon.